alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll keep it on the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Here's the handoff. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now rolling to the left. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
He's got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 84 yards. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Tar Heels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
The best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Got room at the 35. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, UNC! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The offense set for a first down play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
He makes the connection, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
A third and long coming up here. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Shakes off the tackle. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Back to the air one more time. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. The throw. Another incompletion on third down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Racing to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. NC State going up tempo. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off. And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. Looking to pass on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. How about this for starting field position? 1st and goal from the 2. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UNC.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handler. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy match.
And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Going up top on first down. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He'll take another shot here. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the air. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped.
Will take over. First and 7.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half, a lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot, but here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen, force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're working that left side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Tar Heels will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just trucks through it. Touchdown, UNC! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Unloads it downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And now on first down after converting with the run. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Running toward the tape. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the punishment has been extended. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
21.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He hauls it in and nobody's close. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, NC State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Illegal touch. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down.
42
Wide receiver shows motion. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Dialing up a second down pass play. It's caught downfield. And he breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, North Carolina State. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in the game, the head coach decides to take a chance, roll the dice, go onside kick, and they get it. If they can score here, all of a sudden, all the momentum is back on their side.
Inside a minute to go here in the third. On second down, looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession did...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Trying to find his man on first down. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Going up top. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The quick out. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Lay. Sweet feet on the move. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. Right back to the well. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late. Now trying to get behind the defense. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, NC State!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. On first down, here comes this offense. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games